This video provides tips and examples to help write an effective business communication memo. Make sure you are not copying these examples exactly. Instead, use these to guide your writing. Refer to the assignment guidelines, the rubric, and all material covered in business writing as you revise your memo. Each assignment asks you to demonstrate your understanding of the core competencies of business writing. For this assignment, you are evaluated on 3 rubric categories: professional, clear, and concise. This assignment is designed to help you develop skills that can be transferred to common business messages. This video covers 8 tips to help you write your memo. Please pause on each slide to read the examples. All assignments should use a specific subject line or title. Avoid using the name of the assignment as the subject line. Refer to the lectures on clear communication for writing effective subject lines. Your introduction needs to immediately convey the purpose and the key ideas. The vague examples here are not effective. Your introduction paragraph needs to include a 1 to 2 sentence explanation of the memo's purpose. Introduce each interviewee in the introduction. Share their name, job title, company name, and how long the person has worked there. This gives context to the examples you'll provide. If your interviewee prefers not to have their company name shared, that's okay. Instead, give us a general description of the job type or industry. For example, a restaurant, financial services, retail, or education. End your introduction with a 1-sentence preview of the 3 topics to cover in the new textbook. The 3 items to include in the introduction are explained in the clear section of the rubric. These are vague headings. Do not use these as headings in your memo. Instead, use your headings to show the 3 new textbook topics. In this class, avoid using the headings of introduction and conclusion. In the format we follow, the first paragraph does not need a heading. Instead of conclusion, use a more specific heading. Refer to the clear lecture for examples of effective headings. The highlighted text here shows information that can be removed to create a concise sentence introducing your interviewees. Instead of introducing your source as my friend Jenna or my dad Mark, use their full name and job title. This improves the professional tone and demonstrates the credibility of your interviewees. Refer to your interviewees in a consistent way throughout. For example, use either their first name or Mr. and Ms. and their last name. Switching back and forth makes it difficult for your reader to keep track. Use specific names instead of my first interviewee and my second interviewee. This makes it easier for the reader to keep track of who you're referring to and creates a concise message. As noted on the clear rubric, make it clear where each piece of information is from, either your interviewees or the website you selected. All information should be from a source. The memo should not include general paragraphs of information about communication. In this example, the 5 highlighted sentences include vague and repetitive information. Your memo should not look like this. Edit these 5 vague sentences to write 1 concise sentence introducing the topic. Then add examples from your interviewees. This paragraph has no source. Your memo should not have paragraphs with vague information that speaks generally about the topic without a source. This is covered in the clear section of the rubric. Focus each paragraph on information gathered from your interviews and the website you selected. The assignment asks you to incorporate information from at least one professional website. Follow these examples to explain the credibility of your additional source. Include a link to the website used at the end of your memo. Do not list each question you asked and the answer you received. Using this transcript approach will not allow you to create a clear and concise document. Your job as the writer is to gather information, select the most important information to share, and then organize this to highlight the 3 new topics. Limit your use of direct quotes. While it is okay to use a few short direct quotes from your interviews, limit these to the times when the exact wording is necessary. Most of the memo should be in your own words, not direct quotes from your interviews. One challenge of the memo assignment is to include examples from your interviews. These paragraphs include vague information. While it is clear where the information is from, this does not include examples from the interviews. This paragraph is a better example. The writer includes information about the audience, purpose, type of communication used, and the strategies the interviewee uses to create effective communication. This is another good example of the details you'll need to write an effective memo. Using multiple sources in each section is a great way to make sure you are sharing enough information. The writer here used information from both interviews and the outside source to convince the reader that tone of voice is an important topic. End your memo with a brief conclusion to bring closure to the message and reiterate your key points. Your conclusion should have a heading. However, please do not use the word conclusion as your heading. The conclusion can be short. 3 sentences is enough to provide a clear summary statement. In addition to following these examples, review our online lectures as you edit your memo. The Clear lecture notes that paragraphs should be 4 to 7 sentences and that you should include multiple paragraphs under each heading. The Concise module provides examples of how to edit your writing to remove unnecessary words and phrases. Your memo should reflect your understanding of all material covered in class.